Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Lush Foliage. In today's video we are going to be talking about another beautiful rare variety of Scindapsus. This is called as Scindapsus dark form. Now the plant did get a little bit damaged during the transit period, but overall the plant is doing quite well. It's quite adapted to the new environment. So let's start off with the soil mix. You need to have a soil mix that is loose, porous, well draining, yet which maintains a slight amount of moisture. Scindapsus are not drought tolerant plants. The moment they are thirsty, the leaves will start to curl up. So you need to maintain a slight amount of moisture. Whenever you see around 1 inch of the upper layer of soil is dry, go ahead and do a complete watering until the water starts passing through the drain hole. Talking about light, this plant prefers a good amount of indirect bright light. Please do not keep it in direct sunlight. The leaves will get burnt. It can even get curled. So ensure you're keeping it in indirect bright light. A little bit less light is absolutely okay with this plant, but they cannot tolerate direct sunlight. Especially afternoon direct sunlight, the plant will turn crisp. Talking about fertilizers, summer is their growing period. Winter is wherein they do not go into a complete dormancy, but they kind of have a stunned growth. So do not use fertilizers during the winter season. Fertilizers can be anything: organic, vermicompost, compost, seaweed, organic liquid fertilizer. I tend to use compost tea. Now this is a trailing plant. Now you can either leave it to trail or you can even attach it onto a moss pole, because it is a climbing plant, and if you're not going to use a pole, it will start to trail. So it completely depends which one you want to go with. You can either leave it to trail or you can put it up on the moss pole. Ideally, if you tend to put it up on a moss pole, the leaves tend to grow a little bit more bigger and they kind of attach completely to the pole, because these are epiphytic plants. But what I have noticed is the dark form is quite slow as compared to other Scindapsus, because if you remember, I had the Platinum Superhero. I purchased both at the same time, and you can see the Superhero is already putting out a new leaf, and this one is just as it is. There's no growth at all, which is absolutely fine. Let the plant do its own thing. I do not put in excess fertilizer in order for excess growth. A lot of times that can go wrong and the plant can even get burnt. So it's always better to let the plant do its own thing. Ever since I got it, I haven't added any fertilizers yet because I have used garden soil. The garden soil already has a good amount of nutrients, so I do not need to flush it with too much of nutrients. So overall, it's a quite easy growing plant, but as I said, this is a little bit rare as compared to the other Scindapsus that we have. Even the Platinum is also a little bit rare compared to the other varieties that we have. Pest attack, I haven't seen much pest issues with Scindapsus, even with the regular varieties as well, but it's always better to do a routine check. Even if you notice one bug, just get rid of it then and there. Do not wait for the last minute, because if the plant gets heavily infested, then it becomes a little difficult to treat the plant, and a lot of times the plant does not survive because of all those chemicals or sprays. So it's better, the moment you see even one bug, just get rid of it. Most probably they might get mealybugs or they might get spider mites, which usually attack behind the plant, but I haven't seen this issue, or I haven't seen any pest attack on any of my Scindapsus, which is quite good. So overall, it is a easy plant. Of course, if you find it, there are some sellers that sell rare plants. Probably you can check with them. Talking about temperatures, they prefer temperatures between 15 to 20, 30 degrees Celsius. Humidity, yes, they need a lot of humidity. These are tropical, basically tropical plants. They need a good amount of humidity. Anything above 60% is going to work out really well. If you are from a very dry environment, try to club them with other plants. You can even go with the pebble tray method. Try to club a lot of plants together and do a light mist during the afternoons for people who are from a very dry environment. People who are from a very humid environment do not need to be worried. The plant is anyways going to do quite well with the available humidity or moisture in the air. A lot of people also tend to use this plant in enclosed terrariums, because again, a lot of humidity inside that small little container, so it tends to do quite well. Talking about propagation, it is very easy to propagate Scindapsus. You can do a nod cutting, just like how you tend to do a nod cutting for a pothos or for the money plant. It's the same process, or for philodendrons. Wherever you notice a node, just a couple of inches below that. Now this plant is very young, it's a very tiny plant, so they do not have any nod on this. Let me check on this one. This one also does not have any nod yet, but when it will start to grow, when this leaf will grow and there will be a couple more leaves, probably this area will start getting some roots. So this is where I can do a cutting, but not now because this plant is very small. So that's about it, guys. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, please hit the like button, and if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe, and keep planting.